Hello, I'm here with Bambang Brodjonegoro, Finance Minister of Indonesia. We're here on the sidelines of the Credit Suisse Asian Investment Conference. Minister, thank you for joining us. Now, you were one of the first countries to be elevated out of the Fragile Five, but things still look a bit awry. Are you in danger of going back in, or where do you stand now?
Well, of course, we want to be out definitely from the Fragile Five, as we did back in 2013 during taper tantrum. And of course, we are continuing with our economic reform package that basically trying to address our structural problem of current account deficit.
Right. Now, on the trade account, that presumably is going to be even harder now because you've got slowing economies all around you.
We anticipate that, but looking at our first 2 months trade balance, actually it was a surplus. Of course, both export and import have been declining, but at the surplus level. Of course, it's favorable for us. And at the same time, the import of oil or fuel has been also declining. So I think it's a good sign that we have been able to come up with the subsidy reform on fuel.
Now, one of the other problems, which obviously links in with the deficit and with other issues, is a very, very weak currency. Now, partly this is where the Fed is readying to raise rates again. Yeah. What can be done on the fiscal side? Obviously, I know the central bank is doing stuff, but what is being done there to try and lift the rupiah?
Yeah, actually, our policy measures to reduce current account deficit and basically trying to improve the structural problem of our economy is part of our effort to strengthen the rupiah. Of course, we cannot strengthen the rupiah directly because that's a central bank's authority, but we can help improving or strengthening the rupiah as long as we have been able to come up with good measures to reduce current account deficit. So, in any way, we are going to commit to reduce the deficit.
How about tax reform? You've spoken about very aggressive tax reform.
We know that our tax base is very low. You know, we have 255 million population, only 10% registered as taxpayers. And then from this 10%, only less than half really submit their annual income tax. And then from this half, less than 1 million taxpayers, self-employed taxpayers, really pay their tax. I think we still have a lot of room to improve our tax, not by disrupting the economic activities or the business in general, but more on the improving compliance, reduce the leakage, as well as doing the extensification of the tax base.
Now, looking a little bit further away, we talked briefly China's slowdown. Yeah. How does the new normal in China impact Indonesia?
Yes, I think the impact is quite clear. I think since last year, so combined with the low commodity price. First of all, the slowdown of China is one of the reasons behind the low commodity price. Yeah. And these two combined affecting the Indonesia for sure. So for example, the export of coal has been declining, you know. Export of other commodities also has been down to China. And of course, it is significant. That's why for this year, we don't expect export to be contributing too much to our growth. It will be more on the investment side, both the government as well as the private. But we expect with the slowdown in China, or what you call new norm in China, they will focus more on investment. Not investment in China itself, but they will start to look for FDI in other countries, including Indonesia. I heard now there are more interest from Chinese companies to set up their business or investment in Indonesia, both in manufacturing and infrastructure.
Yeah, that's interesting. Minister, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
You. Yeah.